This is like apparently it's the only case of a coyote.
Born in Toronto,
Killing.
Ontario, Canada, on August 27th, 1990, Taylor Josephine Stephanie Luciao took an interest in singing and songwriting at a young age, and after graduating from the Etobicoke School of the Arts with a major in musical theater, she began using Taylor Mitchell as her stage name as she toured around Canada to promote her music. Specializing in folk and country
Canada
music,
equals red
Taylor
flag.
released
How?
her first album titled For Your Consideration in March of 2009. In June 2009, she was invited to perform in the Winnipeg Folk Festival. By October 23, 2009, Taylor was nominated for a Canadian Folk Music Award as Young Performer of the Year. After getting a driver's license and her first car, Taylor and her manager
wildlife
set up
that
a
scary?
3-week concert tour on the east
What's up,
coast
Avery?
of Canada. During this trip, she decided to go hiking at the Cape Breton Highlands National Park on October 27, 2009. Around 2:45 p.m., two men passed by her near the beginning of the Skyline Trail. As the men were heading to the car park, they were passed by a couple of coyotes heading in the opposite direction. Around 5 minutes later, the men heard animals howling and the sounds of a woman screaming. The sounds were so unsettling, they decided to use a phone box at the car park to report what they heard. A group of
Okay, first of all, if you're hearing a lady screaming and coyotes be growling and barking, and like at least like go help. Like, I mean, grab a big stick, like a big log or some shit, and like go out swinging, dude. Like, I don't know, if I was in that situation, I'm running, dude. If I was in that situation and I like, come on, like they're fucking coyotes. I won't go. You serious? I could never. They're two dudes. They're literally two dudes. And you hear a woman screaming and there's a coyote attack. Bruh, just grab a big stick. Like, they're out in the woods. They probably have knives too. You're telling me you wouldn't at least help? Like, you could scare them off at least. Those things are strong. Yeah, no shit. But if they're outnumbered, they'd probably get scared off.
Before hikers soon arrived at the car park, and the men warned them about the strange noises they had heard. After several minutes of walking, the four hikers began to notice Taylor's personal items, including keys and a small knife. As the hikers continued further down the trail, they saw torn pieces of bloodied clothing and a large amount of blood on the ground. There was also a washroom that had blood on the door. At 3:25 p.m., they found Taylor lying near some trees with two coyotes attacking her. After throwing rocks and shouting, the hikers scared the coyotes away.
Oh, they scared the coyotes away with some rocks and shouting. Those dudes could have saved her life. Oh, it's too scary to go do that. Rocks and shouting. Come on. Chad over here acting like I'm being like out of pocket by saying I would go help.
The animals remained nearby, with the larger of the two canines growling and circling the group. An officer from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police soon arrived and fired a shotgun at the larger coyote, causing it to limp away. Taylor was conscious and able to speak. She had bites all over her body, including serious wounds to her leg and head. Paramedics took her to a hospital in Sydney, Nova Scotia. She was then airlifted to a hospital in Halifax in critical condition.
Oh my God, someone actually said if they were that easy to scare, how come they were able to attack and kill her? It's one young female. Yeah.
Bruh.
Just scare them off. Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind after that. You're joking? They're trolling. They got to be trolling.
Condition. 12 hours later, she died at the hospital due to blood loss. Her death is the only known fatal coyote attack on an adult, as well as the only known fatal coyote attack on a human in Canada. 5 coyotes in the area were killed, with 3 of them confirmed to be involved in the attack after authorities identified Taylor's DNA in their stomach contents. One of the coyotes, a male weighing 42 pounds, was found with shotgun pellets in its coat and was identified as the larger coyote that attacked Taylor.
We pretend that airplanes and the Night Sky like shooting stars.
Thank you, Travel Lanch.
The access road to the car park. None of the animals were found to be suffering from rabies, disease, or hunger, and an inspection of the attack area indicated they were not guarding a fresh animal kill. Taylor's mother released a statement saying that her daughter would not have wanted her death to result in the extermination of the coyotes. "We take a calculated risk when spending time in nature's fold, its wildlife's terrain," she wrote. When the decision had been made to kill the pack of coyotes, I clearly heard Taylor's voice say, "Please don't. This is their space." She wouldn't have wanted.
She's literally bleeding out and dying, and she's worried that the coyotes are gonna die. Yeah, that's sad. That's fucking sad, dude. That's fucking sad as hell. Based. Peter Jones would be proud. Peter Jones wouldn't even do that. Actually, he might. He might. But, like, holy fuck. See, chat, again, I've said this 1,000 times over. There's 2 things that I am, like, afraid of. Being out in the woods alone and the ocean. Being out in the woods alone and being out in the ocean alone. Those are the 2 things I'm afraid of. Actually, not even alone. Even in the ocean, even if I'm with people. But in the open ocean, I would still be terrified. That shit's scary, dude.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views.